Shalom, everyone. I hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for a daily reading for the 12th of October. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. If you are down and out, I send you love and light. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. Those of you who are brand spanking new, just a little bit about myself. I use all kinds of stuff on my readings. I don't put the spirit in a box because spirit can't be put in a box, all right? I had to pause my screen. I'm very bold as well. And I feel the energy of the spirit, and so sometimes it comes off really, really strong. So please don't take offense at that, okay? I am calling out to Jehovah Elohim, who is maker and ruler of everything. Well, we have all kinds of stuff. Take it off here. And anyway, he is my Yeshua. He's your Yeshua, which is in Hebrew, it's salvation. Somebody's drunk on love. Anyway, in a nutshell, that's who I am. I feel a complex energy here. I just really feel a complex. It's not that it's bad or anything. I just feel, I mean, it might be for some people, but I just feel just a complex energy here. Anyway, welcome if you stay. Thank you, Jehovah, for this day. I just bless the hearer and those who are upright in their heart. What is the energy that needs to be brought out here for any given person today? What's the most important thing that we need to know and understand? Jehovah, rebuke every demonic, strange energy and force and darkness straight down to the pit of hell itself. Jehovah, rebuke you. I ask for your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding, and I inquire at your hand and your hand alone, Jehovah, maker of heaven and earth. What needs to come out here today? Give me a couple cards, please. Thank you for truth. So, this is interesting. I just did a reading on my other channel, and this word came out. It's shalom. It's peace. Somebody doesn't have some peace. There's some type of energy. There's a complex energy, like I said, around something. And we have a false heart and sexual abuse and violence and indignation here. And or unless you're coming out of it, somebody stated in the other reading the words that were coming out that somebody brought heaven to somebody's life, but there was a mental issue going on there. Okay, this word was here in that reading, which is to be whole and complete, and it also goes back to restoring something through like a payment or a restitution. Somebody had taken something because they just wanted it from somebody else, and apparently something went crazy within the situation. Somebody had taken a bribe. So anyway, it's just amazing to me that this card's coming out again today. At the bottom of this deck, we do have a spider here as at the heel, or the web, the internet web. A spider is found in king's palaces, is what the scripture tells us. And it's related to lizards as well, is what the scripture tells us. So there's some type of a false heart and abuse and indignation, and somebody needs peace. And this huge energy then coming out here. Like I said, there was something complex today that I'm experiencing and feeling in my spirit. So there's so attractive energy. We have out of state, and somebody, they lied because they wanted it, and that's literally what came out here in that reading. So a crazy mental issue is going to come out here. Like I said, something's just Jehovah's addressing somebody today. Point blank, every day he is, but there's something here that he's confirming over and over for someone. So they lied because they wanted it. Somebody out of state, or they went out of state, did something while they were out of state, or something came out of the situation that caused out-of-state traveling to go on as well. Whatever this there's sexual stuff here. But there's been some type of abuse and violent indignation around a situation that's been a crazy mental issue. And somebody has not had any peace. And, wow, it's huge. What else do you want to bring out here, Jehovah? I'll take some tarot on this. Let's just get started with some words from the living language to bring in the message. Whatever Jehovah wants to address, let him address it, because it needs to be fixed. Somebody needs to fix the situation. If there's abuse going on, somebody knows about some type of abuse, you need to go to the police. You need to go to some type of protection. So we have a hammer here, but this word is raka, and it is a sheet metal hammer for pounding out the metal such as gold with a hammer to flatten it out for sheets. There's lots of money that involved in some stuff, okay? And around attractive energy, but somebody has a false heart, and somebody's around somebody, they lied to get the money or something like that. There's a crazy mental issue here, people. And so somebody owes somebody a lot of stuff that's taking place here. They need to give it back. And Jehovah says he's going to return everything that the enemy had stole. He's going to make them give it back. He'll make them even come down bowing to do that. Okay? I'm hearing, I went to the enemy's camp and I took back what he stole from me. Okay? What's rightfully yours, you take it back. And obviously, at the command of Jehovah to do such a thing. Someone from high school or college is here. Well, literally, if you guys missed those readings that I did yesterday that run from the 11th through the 17th for the element signs, this energy was coming out on those. It was either those readings for the element or it was the mutable, fixed, and cardinal sign readings. I can't remember. Those will run through the 13th. Those will all be down below. So we have a feast here in wording. It's HHG, the hog. The hog. Okay. A festival. Something took place. We had a cake and flowers coming out all over that other reading that I just did where this shalom came out and some of these cards came out. And so something happened around some type of a get-together or a gathering or a dance or something. This goes back to circling around and celebrating and also reeling to and fro because people get drunk and stuff and they celebrate, but some people can't hold their liquor and they can't be moderate with that. Then there's a problem there. There's something here with this energy today that there's some type of crazy mental issue around it, okay? And somebody needs some peace, and there's a lot of fortune showing up. It's somebody connected to your high school or your college. So a hug or a hog, both of those phonics can be found here with the HHG. Now, two H's in the Hebraic language would go back to existence, your breath, okay? So whatever's taking place here with this false heart, and there's been sexual abuse and indignation around it. Some people could have died within that situation. Let me go ahead and take from the Lenormand real quick, and we'll build on this. So, is somebody gonna, give back their, payment of what's taken from somebody else? I can't even talk. And restore something, then there's a hug here. And maybe there's a feast for someone coming up. Somebody did something really, really bad. They need to go behind bars, and they do, I guess. The hog would be the real derogatory word in the pig family for the police. Okay? Somebody could work for the police department. I don't know. So this just jumped out. We have the cross here. And this is sacrificial stuff. Okay, with the cross. This is spirituality, religious stuff. Okay, with the cross. It goes back to the Mashiach, the Christos, the Christ, okay? The anointed one. Okay, we're going to look at the cross. But this is about testing and despair and suffering. And, well, obviously somebody's had a false heart and they've been abused in some type of a way. Either sexually abused, financially abused. There's just been a lot of indignation around the situation, and somebody else been feasting high on their hog from whatever the crap is with the gold. All right. But there's been some type of a real heavy energy here with the cross, because that's pain and suffering with the cross. That's crucifixion stuff. Okay, that's horrible energy then coming out, and somebody just lied because they wanted something. What in the world? Well, that is a mental issue, people. That really is. You'll have to bring this out here. But it's time to confess something. It's time to get out of your drunken state within, a situation. If you're just drunk in your mind on a situation, and it's not alcohol or anything like that. Actually, did we just see that card that said drunk on love? I want to say so. that I seen that in this deck before we got started. I'll have to run the video back. I want to say that I seen that card. Anyway, I seen it when I shuffled with the ring here. Yeah. So people just drunk on some type of emotion, but something's false here with it. You just don't do stuff just because. That's crazy. That's a crazy mental issue. So we do have, you know, we've got a feast here, a festival, a wedding, some type of a commitment around a situation, promise with the ring. This goes back to cycles of things, joy, right? We have celebration here, but something took place within a celebration of some kind, where something got, you know, to a place of suffering within that relationship, and something's happened here. Something really happened here, and there's a lot of fortune. Okay, if that's inheritance with that fortune, somebody left back an inheritance that's huge with gold, then that's what's showing. But somebody wanted it. Somebody took it because they wanted it. Well, time to make a thing right because somebody went crazy doing it, I guess. So the mice. This is a thief. Somebody thieved on someone really hard. Okay, put somebody out to suffer themselves. It's crazy. There's a child here, so you know, somebody you went to high school with, somebody you know that you went to school with. The child card has a 13 on here, and this picture has a little net, and somebody trying to catch somebody up on the net and things like that, and that would go take us back to the tet in the Hebraic language. Which is a snake in the basket, right? We got a feast, and the snake will eat a rat. And this is fallen entities in the earth to do such a thing like that. Okay, this is caused, the mice represents problems and stress. Well, somebody's stressed out in their mind because of what they did, because somebody's been abused. There's a lot of indignation that's come around this thing, okay? And somebody say, crucify him, or whatever the crap this is for any given person, and why somebody did something like that to someone just because they wanted something. That's cruelty, people. It's cruelty. So we got thievery then showing up here huge, and it just continues to confirm itself. So there's a lot of anxiety around a situation. Somebody's put somebody in some type of a chaotic problem here and stressed it out to the max, really. And somebody needs a sweet shalom to be whole. And you got to confess. You really got to confess. You really do. So we have the magician energy here. And yeah, there's a devil. There's devil people. Okay, obviously. So this is communicating. This also, you know, having all that you need to communicate whatever you need to communicate about. Okay? And in the negative, this is a manipulator. It really is. I mean, we got the freaking devil here in chains. And the devil's going to the pit. And he's got reserved for him chains of darkness there. Okay? That people don't do what's right and get up and fix a matter. And to repay something. Okay, and deliver a situation, it's not going to be good for you. It really, really isn't. Okay, there's death issues showing up here. Like I said, somebody's died for some people. Not everybody, but some people have died. We have the star, and something's guided. And like I said, the stars are backwards are rats. Okay, we have it here. But we do have something for healing's sake here. Somebody does need healing. This will take you back to the mind space with the magician. This is a physician here, okay? And we got a mental issue going on. It was really coming out today, people. It really is. It really is. Somebody went crazy for something that they did. And they held it for a long time. They buried it. If it's nothing else, they just try to bury it. If the death energy is that, something happened around some type of a celebration or a wedding or a birthday. It's huge. There is a guided relationship here, though, within the mix of this. If you're on the side of the hog dealing with the law, and you're literally getting this kind of stuff taken care of in the earth, and there's just situations going on outside of that. I am seeing a guided relationship here, and communication and having all that you need. Now, something took place within your relationship around you. There's still healing here from something. There is still healing here. There's a complete wholeness here to be delivered in some type of a situation that has been so suffering to somebody that's been tested way beyond. I mean, have you seen the cross, what it represents? I mean, a bloody mess, man. It's just a bloody mess. And it's been a stressful situation here. If this is just a case that you've been on, there's some hidden apps somewhere. There really is. So there's the Empress coming out here. And we'll take that last card. And the High Priestess. Well, that's the other woman then for some people. And then somebody has manipulated something. In the positive, this High Priestess is, there's justice right there. So there is law here. In the positive, the Empress has the High Priestess within her to be able to tap into her intuition. Okay? High intuition here. This is the Bet in the Hebrew. This is a patriarch of a family. The Empress would have all 4 queens within her. Okay? And somebody had some type of an inheritance from having queenship roots. She's got roots right out of her head. Energy showing up. She's got flowers in her hair. Jehovah's really been showing me flowers today. That's interesting, Jehovah. But somebody's needs healing, though, also in their mind to balance out the scales. So the Empress has the scales of justice within her, and the justice scales are showing up here as well. That somebody could be going to jail for a lot of money that they got involved in taking. There's an innocent child here as well in wording in the Hebrew. And we've got the child card here as well. The child card represents also people just being immature. And obviously somebody got a mental issue. They just never grew up. Something locked in their mental psychology of their mind. We got a lot of mental stuff here with this Magician card coming out here. Then that's what's showing somebody just was just mental in situation. If they lost a child and went crazy through that, being a third party outside another woman or somebody that happened to you, and somebody stepped in your relationship and was the other person, and you or somebody that you know that they went crazy because of that, then that's what's showing here. But we got infants showing up here. Yes, a loan, a deception, a trap has been here. Well, and the mice go into a trap. And Jehovah had stated that those who trap were going to get trapped, because you just ain't going to do that to anybody. There's sexual abuse going on here. There's violence that's been around the situation. That's literally sacrificing things. Okay. Feast is here, and given what we know and what I teach on my channel, we know there's bloodthirsty people out there. We got murderers out there. Yeah, drugs have been involved here for some people, not everybody. Jehovah's plans are to prosper you and to give you a hope and a future, and not to harm you. And somebody did get harmed. If you don't do the right thing, Jehovah says that you'll be consumed, people, is what the scripture says. Okay? If you don't do the right thing, there's music involved, and you are also the song in my heart. Wow. Jehovah has given hope, and you brought heaven to my life. That also was out in that reading. And there's an ending, a death of any kind. Yes. And so, look, there's gold here, people, and it's time to give it back. It's time to restore your own mind, okay? Whether you got to go and sit in a jail or not, you do the right thing, because somebody has lost their mind through some type of situation that's gone on. Literally, there's death here. There's a death of children showing up here. It's huge, people. It really is huge. And something's just been a real nuisance, and just there's all kinds of lies around situations. And something's mental here. And somebody's been caused to go in a mental mess within a situation here. And somebody needs healing. Somebody really needs healing. And Jehovah's guiding this thing from the heavens. It's huge. I'm seeing pots here. Now we have drugs. Somebody could be a heavy pot smoker as well. I'm seeing peaches. That somebody could like peaches. I don't know. We're also getting a peach here as well. And there's a peach tree. I don't know what that means for anybody, but I'm seeing that. And like I said, I'm seeing flowers again. And I was seeing flowers everywhere. There's flowers here on the grave. There's flowers in the high priestess hand. There's flowers in the hair of the empress. And that could be a last name. God was bringing that out as well. Somebody's been imbalanced. There's been an abomination somewhere within a situation. It's been bad. Yeah, there's death. You could make it up if you wanted to. Well, there is death here, people. There really is. And there's truth about the death. We've got the Wheel of Fortune energy there, and that's law, traveling, and stuff like that. And something's happened that's been real hair raising to somebody, and it's really time to confess. It really is. You're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose your soul to the pit. We already seen the devil there. Do you really want to sit there with your conscious mind with that image? Because exactly what's Jehovah said you got to do something today. You've got to confess something. Jehovah said that somebody was going to confess today. They were. There's only one way out. And if you missed your time to confess something that you just deliberately went and did to hurt somebody, and it's caused death issues to come about, because look, whatever the seed in the ground is, that the root of that thing will spring up, and it will become either positive or negative, or whatever you planted. Okay? You and I don't get away with anything. That's huge. Somebody really tried to trap somebody, and they themselves did get trapped within a situation here. Okay, so Jehovah is telling those who stood in faith and had to go through this crap, go into your enemy's camp and you just take it back. You just take it back. Obviously, you need to do it at the command of Jehovah, because vengeance is his, and obviously he's literally bringing something to the surface here for somebody to confess something that's happened, and it will happen this week. It absolutely will happen this week. So somebody said, I didn't see that coming. Well, they're not going to see it coming. Something just like that. And then it's over. Today is the day of Yeshua. Today is the day of salvation. Okay? Because eternity is showing itself here. This is forever energy showing itself here. Until next time, shalom.